4,600,000 years ago, when the world was still untouched by the footprints of civilization. The majestic green mountain ranges rose like ancient walls, shrouded in morning mist. Flower forests stretched to the horizon, each flower swaying gently in the cool breeze. Carrying damp earth and primeval sap, the land seemed to be coming to fruition, slowly vibrating to the rhythm of the young planet. And from afar, in the soft valley, a movement began to unfold. As herds of armored dinosaurs appeared, their massive bodies covered in layers of fiery bones and codes like armor, silently progressing in their seasonal migration. Each heavy step of theirs lifted the earth and rock, forming hazy clouds in the slanted sunlight. Their long, spindly tails sweeping across the tall grass, leaving behind deep spaces like the marks of time. While on the high, ancient birds circle, observing the migration route as it has been for millions of years. Because this is not just a process of searching for new food sources, but also a process of survival in a world where every creature must evolve or disappear. Armored dinosaurs move in instinctive formations. Young ones are sheltered in the center. Adults form a natural defensive perimeter. Thick armor on the sun reflects light like ancient stone, proving millions of chemical defenses. Against ferocious hunting. And as the migrating caravan moves into the vast plains, where the grass was low and the bushes sparse, the slow pace of life began to quicken. For this was a place of abundant food, but also a land of danger. Strong beaks bent down to uproot plants. Crushing thick leaves. The chewing sound echoing like the deep drumbeat of nature. While others dug through the topsoil. To find nutritious tubers. Each action demonstrating perfect adaptation. Between their heavily armored bodies. And the need for survival in a harsh environment. But this peace did not last. For from the edge of the forest, cold eyes were watching. Huge predators with sharp teeth. And muscular bodies lurked in the shadows. Patiently waiting for a moment of carelessness. When a young animal slowed down, when the defensive formation loosened due to food, and in just a brief moment, the ground shook violently. A roar. When the predators charged out like a storm, a roar ripped through the air. Signaling an inevitable confrontation. The armored dinosaurs reacted instantly. They turned their backs to each other. Building a living wall of bones and spines. Their tails lashed with enough force to break bones. Each blow the result of millions of years of natural selection, where defense became weaponry. The battle erupted in the open plain. Dust billowed. The clash of bones, armor, and flesh resounded. The predators tried to bite the necks and legs. But the thick armor absorbed most of the damage. Forcing them to change tactics. Circling around, attacking from multiple directions. While the armored dinosaurs tightened their formation, protecting their young at all costs. Because in this world, the survival of the next generation was more important than the lives of the individuals. Human. And as the sun rose higher, the battle dragged on to exhaustion. The predator was finally forced to retreat. Leaving behind a trail of defeat. While the dinosaurs continued to move, carrying their wounds. But also carrying the victory of evolution. And as twilight fell, the reddish-orange light covered their rough armor. Transforming them into living monuments of natural history. Night came. The temperature dropped. The starry sky reflected down upon the ancient land. The armored dinosaurs rested in their defensive circle. Listening to the sounds of the night forest. The sounds of ancient insects. The wind rustling through the valley. For even though the daytime victory danger never disappeared. And the next morning, when the morning mist once again covered the majestic green mountains, the journey continued. Foraging again. Facing challenges again. Facing challenges again. In an endless cycle of survival. Where every layer of armor every thorn every defensive reflex is the result of a past war. And at that time, 4,600,000 years ago, Earth did not belong to the strongest. But to those species that knew how to adapt, protect each other,